All right, so I didn't do any recording for day two. On day two, pretty much it was the exact same thing. I put my leg in that leg extension machine. I pretty much kept it in there for about 8 hours, not straight. I probably did about 6 hours in one sitting and then another 2.5 or 3 hours on the second sitting. Just kept bending my leg like that. The second day was actually a little more uncomfortable. I'm not going to say that there was any pain, but there was definitely, it felt like bruising. Like, kind of like if you've ever done a lot of walking or you ever go to a concert and you're standing up for like 6 to 8 hours at the venue, or you go to the zoo and you're doing a lot of walking, or an amusement park and you're doing a lot of walking. That's kind of how it felt like. Like, you know, when you get back to the hotel at the end of the day and your legs, they just feel like a kind of a cramping feeling a little bit. That's kind of how it felt. It wasn't too bad. It was just a little sore, but like it wasn't bad. I think it's the medications are working really great. They gave me 4 different medications, which I'll talk about here in a little while. But day 2 is probably, I feel like, so far the worst, but it really wasn't even bad. It was just sore. I took my first shower, and so that was a little weird. It was a little tough to get in there. You didn't really miss out on much on day 2. Day 2 is mostly like I was a little tired. I slept. I did my leg extensions, exercises with the machine, and that was pretty much it. I pretty much spent all of day 2 working and editing on my video that I just uploaded for my first day of ACL surgery. Today I'm recording this on day 3, and I'm feeling so much better. I haven't had any pain, like even from the minute I woke up in the morning. Usually, like before my surgery, my leg would feel super stiff. It would kind of hurt a little bit, and then I have to kind of warm it up, you know, kind of bend it a little bit, walk around, let the blood flow a little bit. But this time when I woke up on day 3, my leg felt pretty good, and I was able to go hop on my crutches to go use the restroom, and everything went smooth. And here we are. It is, at this point in time, it's 2 p.m. on a Friday, the February the 25th, and yeah, I'm doing great. No pain still. I do have one little area where I think I feel pain, and I'll show you here on my brace. It's like, let's see. Okay, so on my brace, it's like right here. So if I were to put that in terms of a good knee, it would be like this one right here. So like if let's pretend this is the knee that's bad. It probably feels like somewhere right here on the inside, it feels like there's a bruise or something. Now, I don't know until they remove this the dressing or whatever you call it, the wrap. That could be where they made an incision. I don't know. But it kind of feels like there's a bruise there. Like I'm pretty sure when they remove this, it'll probably be a little bit of a bruise there. Every time I want to flex my leg to like stand up or sit down, I kind of got to brace my leg a little bit. Not so much with my hands now. The first couple days I did. This time I haven't had to do that too much. So that's a good thing. I can use my I guess, what is it? Your hamstring muscle, like your thigh muscles. I'm able to use those now to actually like control my leg going up and down. But whenever I flex those muscles, it's kind of like I feel that little bruise that I'm telling you about. And also the brace is a little uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt. It's just uncomfortable. Trying to sleep was after day 2 or night 2, trying to sleep on that night was a little weird. It's just because after I was in the machine for so long, like I told you, all it does is like bend your leg like that, you know? And, it's kind of like if you've ever run on a treadmill for a long time, then you get off the treadmill and you still feel like you're running, like your feet still feel kind of like running or loose or something. That's kind of how it felt. When I was trying to sleep at night, I felt like my knee was still kind of bending, even though it was just flat, you know. I do keep my leg elevated. I've kept my ice pack on. I've set up a whole bunch of timers on the Alexa app, so that way it just reminds me when medication 1, medication 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, day 3 has been great. I've tried putting a little bit of pressure, like weight on my leg, like to stand on it, and I kind of can. Obviously, I have my braces or crutches on, so that's what's going on there. But I feel pretty good today. Today's actually a good day. Day 3 is good. Let's see what kind of medicines I have here. My first medication is clindamycin, HCl, and that is take 1 capsule by mouth 3 times a day for 5 days. The second medication I have is cephalexin, 500 milligrams capsule. This one is take 1 capsule 4 times a day for 5 days. Hydrocodone acetamin, and that is 1 tablet every 6 hours. That one kicks in pretty good, and that one actually helps relieve a lot of the pain that I feel. The last one is aspirin, 325 milligrams, take 1 tablet every day for 7 days. So that's pretty much it. There's 4 medications I'm taking. I'm gonna look up what they do. Obviously the aspirin probably helps out with pain, but I'm sure it has other features too, and I'm sure one of these are an anti-inflammatory and one of them's probably an antibacterial or whatever. I don't really know, guys, but so yeah, the surgery hasn't been that bad afterwards. It was all in my head beforehand, you know. Everything leading up to the surgery was worse than actually being after the surgery, but I still hear that the therapy is going to be rough. Learning how to use these muscles again, doing the bending exercises with bending your knee and using like the rubber band, I guess, like the tension, you know, rubber band tension exercises is going to be rough. But yeah, I don't have anything to say so far on day 2. And day 3 today has been a great day. So that's it for day 3. Let's see if anything pops up for day 3, I'll definitely make sure to update you on it. One of the main things I keep hearing about on all the message threads and the forums and the comments section of YouTube is basically I got to keep my knee moving. I want to keep it straight, but then I also want to continue bending it. I don't want to, I don't want to get any scar tissue. The scar tissue will limit your mobility. So you don't want to keep it straight and then have it locked straight, or you don't want to keep it always bent at the knee a little bit, and then you can never like straighten your leg fully to its full extent. So definitely that's at the very forefront of my mind. I'm going to be doing these exercises, stretching my legs out, making sure they bend, making sure I straighten the leg all the way straight out the best that I can if I ever want to get back to having full mobility the way that I should be doing naturally. So that's one of my major concerns right now on day 3, because I don't know how fast his body heals, you know. So depending on how fast his body heals and how well I do these exercises can determine like what happens to me in the future. So that's kind of a big deal. All right, everyone. So this is day 4. I'm doing a day 4 update right now as I'm recording this. It's actually day 5. But on my 4-day update, everything was just routine as normal. All I did was I kept my leg inside that machine and just did that. Every single day, I'm increasing the increments 4 to 6 degrees more. So I was at I think I was like at 60 yesterday. So I started off at 44, then I went up 4 degrees. So that brings me up to like 48 or something like that. Then I skipped up like 6 degrees, and the degrees means like how far your knee bends. So currently at this point in time, I am now at 66, I believe. So I'm at 66 degrees on my knee bending with the machine. All I did was I showered. I stayed there doing that exercise most of the day. Took some medications, but I don't think I really need to use the pain pills anymore. I take them just in case, but there hasn't really been any pain. But I am still taking everything the way I should be. It was a pretty mundane day. This is day 5. Still no pain. Keeping my legs super elevated. Check this out. I got one big cushion, which is the backrest of the couch. And then I got like another little pillow, and that's what I'm using to prop my leg up even higher. So they say you want to keep your leg elevated higher than your heart. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm just chilling. Everything's been good. So Monday, February 28th, 2022, I have an appointment for a follow-up. We're supposed to go in. They're going to remove the sutures on my knee and my leg or whatever. And I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to wrap my leg up again. Maybe they're just going to keep a brace and leave my leg bare. I don't know yet. So I'll make sure to record that. So the next thing I'm doing today for day 5 is I've been sitting here doing my leg workouts. Now I just need to get myself on my leg walking. One thing I did notice today on day 5 when I woke up, so my ankle is wrapped. And up until this point in time, I didn't really have any pain. And I still don't have any pain in my calf muscle. But you could tell there's either the calf muscle or maybe some sort of a tendon that's inside, like alongside the calf muscle, is really sore. Whenever I bring my leg up, I try to stretch it up as high as I can. It gets really tight. Kind of like if you're not very flexible and you try to touch your toes, that tight pulling feeling that kind of almost aches a little bit. That's the feeling I'm getting. What I did do is I got like a blanket, like a smaller throw blanket, put it around my foot and pulled on both ends so that way I could pull that foot back, gently, of course. I didn't do it too much, but just enough so I could feel some tension on it. That was about it. And it's not even that bad of pain, but it's not even pain at all, but it hurts a little, Okay, so I just filled out the forms for short-term disability. I had to go to FedEx copies or FedEx office, and I got the forms there. I printed out 11 pages from there, filled them all out at a Starbucks. Then I also went to the bone and joint place, and they gave me some forms that I can fill out. So I filled out those forms. Now we're on our way back to go turn all this stuff in, and hopefully we can do it in a timely manner so it will get accepted. I have until the 3rd of March to turn this stuff in, but the paperwork says it could take up to 10 days. So we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, while I'm out, I'm going to take care of all the errands I need to run.
Chili on the back of this. Oh, it's...
Yeah, it looks like a chili.
It is a chili.
There's a big chili right next to us.
It's a chili.
So anyway, got to turn that paperwork in. They removed my stitches today, and that worked out pretty good. It didn't hurt at all. It kind of felt like if you get a tweezer and you pull your leg hair, that little prick you feel, just one small little prick, it's not too bad at all. That's how pulling a stitch felt like. They first slice it with the scissors and then they pull it out with the tweezer. And it just felt like a little prick. That was it. It didn't hurt. I thought it was going to hurt a little more than that. All right, everyone. We are officially 7 days out of surgery. I did my surgery on Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. It is now March 2nd, 2022. I feel great. No major pain that came with the surgery. Everything has been great this whole time. Ever since I went to the bone and joint doctor the other day, all they did was remove my stitches, and they removed all the dressing and wrap that I had on my leg. That was pretty much like a heavy cast, but not hard like a cast. And now I just have a regular bandage around my leg and my brace. They told me I need to keep my brace on. But the good news is that I've been making some pretty good advancements with this machine I have here. So when I started on the day of my surgery, the incline for this machine was at about 44, 46. And that's what they recommended I start on. And every day you bump it up about 4 degrees increments. So if it's 44, you're going to bump it up to 48 the next day, and the next day bump it up to 50, whatever, and you just keep going up. 4 to 6 degrees is what they wanted, or 4 to 6 more points. They wanted up higher. And that's pretty much just talking about the flexibility of your knee. The other day, I didn't get this on camera, but the other day I actually went up to 90, which is pretty good. I believe that means that my knee is able to bend at a 90-degree angle. according to this machine. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it means. And so that's good. But today I'm starting over again. I started over like at 50 degrees and I'm bumping it up every 5-10 minutes. I'm working my way back up to 90 just to get my leg all warmed up. Remember, they want me to be in this for about 8 hours a day, and it could be like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, two at night, until you get a total of about 6 to 8 hours a day. So I'm getting in my hours. I've been in here since 8 a.m. I've had my leg in this machine. It's now about to be 11 o'clock in the morning. And I am at 80. So here's what 80 looks like on this machine.